very much ready to go. It's Astoria, Oregon, right up at the northwestern part of Oregon, and I'm hoping to get down to pretty much the southern Oregon in Bandon later today. It's a 400 kilometer trip. It's not a small trip, but it promises to be really interesting. Everybody's saying the Oregon coast is superb. So I'm just going to go and get myself something to eat now. They're having a big fight over there by the boat. You can't really see it, but there's a couple of them. They're just lazing around. Faded glory, you know, and in a really charming way. Like it's just very, very much how you would imagine America was back in the 1950s, and 1940s, and how much things have changed since then. I really like this town. There's something really nice about Astoria. It's just it's a very charming place. This is Neakahnie Mountain, and such a view. It's one of the best views I've had in America so far. Huge beaches down towards the area of Rockaway, looking down south. Just spotted an eagle. He's just down here on the he's no more than about 20 feet from me here. He's just standing up on a ridge here. I don't know, it's probably a bad idea. Oh, here he goes. Oh my god. So we're heading towards, I think it's called Cape Kiwanda. If I'm right, this is called Tierra del Mar, where I am at the moment. Big open beaches again, and the Pacific coast is very, very rough. I was just listening about to the Stuff You Should Know podcast. They were talking about the Lewis and Clark expedition. I was interested in that story. I didn't know anything about it, but apparently when Lewis reached the Pacific coast, he was really, really disappointed because the Pacific was so angry compared to the Atlantic, which is true. The Atlantic doesn't seem to have the kind of waves that you get in the Pacific. It's always really kind of heavy swells and very, very rough waves, and it's a pretty intense experience. Yeah, my car is a bit of a mess. It's kind of squished every bug from here, from California to Nevada to Oregon to Washington State to Vancouver Island, Washington State, and all the way back to Oregon again. So we've got just a big collection of dead bugs. Yeah, it's beautiful. You know what the Oregon coast is like? It's like a museum, and you know the way your head just gets really full of stuff after you've been in a museum for any period of time. You know, you get kind of overload, sensory overload, because there's so much that your brain is expected to take in, and your brain can't really take in all of that. Kiwanda Beach, which is still a long way away from Bandon. We've been driving for probably close on 10 hours, 9 hours anyway, at least. So I just stopped off there to kind of a very interesting, you know, it's hard to describe. It's kind of a blowhole feature, you know. So the sea is really heavy around here. It's Cape Perpetua is the name of it, and every now and again, when the wave hits this underground structure, this massive like blowhole, just water spouts out of this hole at really, really high speed. It is stunning beauty though. So I stopped off near the Sea Lion Caves. I didn't go in. Actually just met a local woman who was telling me all about the caves, and she was there's just this viewpoint there just near the Sea Lion Caves, and I could actually see sea lions on the rocks, seals hunting in packs in the seas, and just beautiful scenery. And she was saying that this is one of the most spectacular places on the whole Oregon coast. You know, you can just see a ton of nature. She said even you can see whales, grey whales coming in. And she said, yeah, they come in very, very close to the coast itself. They almost hug the coast when they're coming in. So something I didn't realise. I always thought they were outside. Crossing another huge river at North Bend. Huge bridge, just like, well, it's not as long as the Astoria one, but it's very, very high. Oregon is kind of known for its huge bridges, and it's North Bend is the community that I am moving into now. So Bandon. Bandon, Oregon. I expect there's some connection between Bandon, Oregon and Bandon, Cork. Yeah, it's nearly 12 hours driving, but it was fun. It's really, like, as a coastline, it's just blows everything I've ever seen apart. It's just spectacular. Okay, I better get myself registered and relax for a few minutes and then get something to eat and sign off for today.